Greetings everyone, it's been long. Welcome back. So today we are here to talk about opportunities worldwide. So I'm happy to introduce you Mr. Paul Gamasi, who is here today to give his own point of view about opportunities everywhere and also to educate us how we can harness this opportunity in order to improve ourselves. Welcome Mr. Paul Gamasi.
Thank you very much, my friend, my brother, Nesta. I'm so happy to be here for your podcast.
Thank you very much. So, how was the journey?
Very good, very nice, very nice. I was more focused about the podcast and what we are going to share today,
Okay.
with your audience.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you for accepting the invitation, and also thank you for all the efforts you have done to travel all over from the place where you come from to this studio. So, what do you think about the topic we are going to talk about, the opportunities? Because the main problem is most of our brothers and sisters in Africa think there are more opportunities in Europe or in the USA than in Africa. Why those who are in Europe, they think there are more opportunities in Africa or in America than in Europe. On the other hand, those who are in the United States, they think there are more opportunities in Asia or in Africa or elsewhere than the place where they are. So what is your own point of view in this topic?
Yes, for this topic, I really think that opportunities is everywhere.
Okay.
Everywhere, and what people and what we should do. Everybody is to look for problem.
Okay.
To look for problem, and I think that to take for example Africa. In Africa, we have a lot of problems there. We have a lot of problems there. So
Okay.
where there is problem, there's opportunity, and I'm sure that problems are everywhere. If you go to America, you go to Europe, we are in Europe, we can see problem here. You go to Africa, to Asia, everywhere we have problem. And where you can see problem,
There are opportunities.
there are opportunity.
Okay.
So opportunities is everywhere. Yeah.
That's really true, because no matter where we are, there are always problems. For example, in Africa, we talk about poverty, we talk about corruption.
Yeah, corruption.
While here in Europe, we talk about tax, we talk about expenditure, we talk about this, we talk about that.
Yes. And in Africa, we talk about electricity,
Exactly.
we talk about water, we talk about education, we talk about a lot of problems.
Okay.
And I think that all of that problems are just opportunities, because that problem are waiting for a solution.
Exactly.
Yes.
So it is really important. For example, I just learned one thing. So the first thing first, if we want to, if we want to achieve well in the future, the first thing first is to identify a problem.
Yeah.
Then we try to propose a solution to that
Solution.
problem.
Yes, a solution.
Okay.
But unfortunately, I just want to talk. I just want to talk about African people. I come from Africa. I'm a Congolese.
And myself.
Yes, and I noticed that we take too much time complaining about our life, about our environment, and we are not focused about finding solution. That's the big problem, And if we take that time, we used to take that time to think, to use our brain, to find solution for our problem, for sure. Even if you live in Europe, in America, or in Africa, you can be very successful.
Yeah, I agree with you. I strongly agree with you, because especially the generation of nowadays, no matter where we are, shall it be in Cameroon, France, the USA, or Nigeria, we think about short term. We don't focus on long term.
Yeah.
So the fact that we focus more, we pay more attention on short term, on instant gratification, covers the idea of identifying problems and proposing solutions. And one thing that is really holding us behind, especially our brothers and sisters in Africa, is because we always look for possibility to adapt in the problems we encounter instead of looking for solutions.
Yes,
you see?
that's true.
Instead, let me take for an example, corruption.
Yeah.
Instead of fighting against corruption, we try to adapt with it. We make it a normalcy.
A normal things, yeah,
So
of course.
I think that is where the problem is. You are very correct by saying that we should identify the problem and try to propose a solution in order to solve the problem.
Next, I want to know, do you think that it's also a problem of mindset?
Yes, now it is, you are taking us to a very important topic. I think it is a problem of mindset, because the mindset we have today, I don't think is going to lead us to encounter any success. Why I say this because our current mindset is, first of all, let me just start by talking about the 4 different types of mindset that I know. I know we have fixed mindset. We have growth mindset. We have poor mindset and also rich mindset. You see, so depending on the type of mindset, if we have fixed mindset, it is not going to lead us anywhere. But the majority of our generation, we have fixed mindset and poor mindset.
What do you mean by a fixed mindset?
Okay, a fixed mindset is when we don't think about personal growth. For example, when we have completed education from school, we say, okay, we have graduated. We don't need to learn anymore. Why the real education start when we have completed school?
Of course.
We need to start educating ourselves because school will give us formal education, which will teach us a profession that will permit us to contribute in the society. Because every society needs doctors, we need engineers, and so on. But the personal training will teach us on financial literacy. Financial literacy that will teach us about learning how to manage our budget, to track our incomes and our also our expenses. But the problem is, if we have just fixed mindset, we don't think about long-term goals. We don't think about long-term. We only think about short terms. With fixed mindset, we don't think about changes. We are afraid of changes. For example, we are also afraid to do what other people don't do. You see, for example, in a society, the way everybody dress is always the same. So some people will be afraid to do things differently. You see, so that is why I say we really need to work on our mindset. So I don't know if you.
Yes, I get it. And what do you think? You also talk about growth mindset.
Okay, a growth mindset, on the other hand, is a mindset of somebody who try to educate his or herself. You see, for example, if you don't know about something, you try to find out about it. You are curious. You're always trying to read books. Not any type of books. Books like let me just say, for example, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. You see, books about the richest man in Babylon. You see, even there's one very interesting book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. You see,
Robert Kiyosaki.
Robert Kiyosaki. So these are the type of books that I think each and every African should read. When you read books like this, you discover certain things that can lead you to change your mind. The more you read, the more you discover things. You see, the more you read, the more you discover things.
Unfortunately, we don't read a lot in Africa.
That is our problem.
Yes, we don't read a lot, and I don't understand. Do you know why? Maybe.
I think I know why, because I have asked myself this question. I am not sure if my answer is accurate. So I try to analyze why is it that we in Africa, we don't read a lot. So in order to figure out why, I start asking about, for example, what we do, our daily activities, our stereotypes, our habits, exactly. So after asking myself this question, I try to find out about our ancestors, because it came to my mind that what we do every day, we learn it from somewhere. So we do what we must have seen our parents doing. So I went back, let me just say, few decades ago, like some 50, 60, 100 years ago. What were our ancestors doing? So their main activities were hunting. They were doing hunting. They were working farms, grabbing lands, fighting wars. So they were never reading, because back then in most African countries, we do not really have books, and the place where I come from, most of the African languages, even we cannot even read and write in these languages. They are only oral languages. So they were not actually writing articles or writing books. They were mostly
our local languages.
Yes, our local languages. So that is, so we don't actually, our ancestors did not really have content to read. They didn't have books to read, so they were
Read
not
and
reading.
write, of course.
Yeah,
Also, yes.
exactly.
Yes.
So they were not reading. And so I think that is, since they were not reading,
Yeah.
their children did not see them reading. So when the children will have their own children, they cannot train them. They cannot train them on something they didn't do or something they don't even know that it exists.
Okay.
So I think that is the reason it is not our habit to actually read. But nowadays things have changed.
Totally, yes.
Things have changed, so we can adapt. You
Yeah.
see. So I don't know if my analysis is good or not, but that is why
I think that is totally good. It's true. Yes,
Okay.
we can change the things. We can change our mindset. We can go ahead, and now we also have internet, and it's the new generation. It's very important to be to learn.
Exactly.
To improve yourself, to develop yourself. Personal development is very important. So I think that what you are saying is totally true. It's important to work on self-confidence. It's important to work on your mindset, to work on your vision. And I really think that you want to really learn all of that things at school.
Exactly.
So that's why I think that you have to take the time to work on yourself. We are saying that opportunity is everywhere. Even if you go to Canada, you go to America, everywhere there are opportunities. Let's take an example. If you go, for example, today in Canada, what will you do?
Okay, if I go to Canada, the first thing I'll try to do, I have to understand the system.
Yeah. What do you mean by that?
Okay, to understand the system, I mean I have to understand the laws that governs the territory.
Okay.
So I'll try to have a mentor. Because I believe in mentorship.
Yeah.
I'll try to have a mentor.
Yeah.
Then I will try to read books about real estate investment in Canada.
Okay.
Why I say this because here in France, the laws that govern real estate may not be the same as those in Canada. So
yes.
I'll try to educate myself by reading books, listening to podcasts about investing in Canada.
Yeah.
So that is how I think I can start. By so doing, reading books, having a mentor, even contacting let me say people like lawyers, accountants, in order to educate myself better. So by so doing, I'm going to improve my knowledge because Robert Kiyosaki said, the rich people encircle themselves with more intelligent people.
Of course.
You see.
So
I don't think I'm going to be rich before I surround myself with rich people.
With rich people, yes. People with a good mindset.
Yeah.
Yes.
So,
vision like yourself, yes.
Yeah. So if I travel to Canada now, I think first thing first, I'll try to surround myself with people who are more intelligent than me. And also, I am not just going to encircle myself with people who are just more intelligent than me in literature or geography. So I'm going to surround myself with people who can actually lead me to achieve my goals.
Okay, that's great, yes.
That is why I talk about reading books on real estate, try to understand about the stock market, and also, you see, because those are the type of things that may...
you care about. Yes.
Exactly. Those are the type of things that I care about.
And if I can add something, for example, about what we are saying about Canada, that if I go to Canada, I think that I will try to add something about what you were saying, and I will try to talk to people.
Okay.
I will try to understand what is their problem. What's their problem? What kind of problem they face every day, and I will try to match it with the skill that I have to see what skill do I have and how can I help them, to solve their problem. If I don't have that skill, I will try my best to learn it, to improve myself, to develop myself, to find a way to help them, because when you are able to bring solution, for sure you will find you are going to find money. So I try my best every single day. I say every single day, I will talk to people. I will ask them, what do you do in life? What's your problem? What do you want in life? What kind of problem do you face? I will try to understand every single day all of the problem that people around me face, and I will try to ask myself, as I was saying, how I can help them, how I can help them. If I'm not able to help them, I will ask again myself, how can I develop myself to be able to help them to bring a solution on the table? If you are able to bring the solution on the table, to help people find the solution, solve their problem, you will get money, for sure. It doesn't matter where you are. Be focused on problem. I know that people, sometimes they don't want to talk about problem, they don't want to see problem everywhere, but there are problem everywhere. Don't be afraid to talk about problem. Don't be afraid to see problem. Don't be afraid to face the problem. Face the problem. See problem. Try to understand why is it like that, and try to bring solutions on the table. And I also want to say something. If you are not able to bring the solution on the table, you can develop something else. It's also a kind of talent that you can have, is to be able to go and look for someone who can bring the solution on the table for that people,
Wow.
It's also the way to get money. It's also the way to become rich. It's also the way to become successful.
Yeah, really.
What do you think about it?
You are really correct, because alone you can go faster, but together in a group you can go farther. That's very, very interesting. So now I'm going to ask you, in regard to what you just said, I'm going to ask you about finance. So in order to propose a solution, of course, you need resources.
Of course.
They can be human resources, financial resources, even technical resources, like skills, the know-how. So, okay, let me give you an example. Someone in Africa who is struggling to survive. This person has successfully identified a problem, and the person wants to propose a solution. So how can the person start if he or she does not have all the required skills, all the required resources, like financial resources, skills, or the manual labor, human resources? How can they start?
Partnership.
Okay.
Partnership. We should work on it. African people should work on it. Partnership. If you want to do everything by yourself and you are starting, it won't be easy. It's going to be very difficult for you.
Wow.
When you start work on partnership, go and find people who are also interested about what you want to do, and work on partnership. It's going to change your life. You won't use a lot of money. Sometimes we want to eat the cake alone. We don't want to be with people, But if you want to be alone, it's going to be very difficult for you. That's why a lot of people are complaining every day. I want to do that. I have big project. I have big vision. Unfortunately, I can't start. Yes, of course, you cannot start because it's so big for you. And like it's so big for you, work on partnership. Go and find people.
That's really true, because, people will have different skills, different knowledge, different resources. So it's important for someone, for example, I may have the idea, but I don't necessarily have the resources. I don't have
the skills.
And someone may have the skills, but they don't have the finances. Someone have the finances, but they don't have the idea. So together, they can actually propose a solution to solve so many problems.
That's why it's so important, Try to take your time to work on it, and I'm sure that if you are 5, 6, 10 on the project, it can be successful. Because you are going to share the problem, you are going to share the challenge every day, and just work on your vision. Try to share your vision with that people. Just try to encourage them to help you to see where you want to go. Work on your vision, because it's very important when you want to work on partnership. You want to convince people. It's so important to have a clear vision.
Yes.
And unfortunately, people don't take the time to work on their vision.
Okay.
Let me say that they just want to talk about their dream. I want it to be like that. I want to change the environment. I want to build a new house. How do you want to do it? They don't know. They don't work on their vision. They just have the picture. They don't work on the plan. If you have a vision, you have a picture, it's also important to take the time to work on the plan. That's how you are going to convince the people who are going to work with you.
You mean to work on a plan?
Yes, of course.
Okay.
How can I go there? How can I reach my goal?
One question I even ask: do they even have do we even have vision? For example, because so many times because I like trying things.
Yeah.
I have asked so many people, most of my friends, for example, what are you going to become in 10 years? What are you going to become in 50 years? And just to see what they think.
Yes.
Most of the answers are, I don't even know what I will do tomorrow. So why should I worry about what I'll do in 10 years? Some people say, I don't even have what to eat in 2 hours. So why should I worry about what
Yes, but I think it's so dangerous, yes.
Yeah, so I think, as you rightly say, what we really need to start working about is a vision, the bigger picture.
Bigger picture.
So we should forget about today, not completely forget about today, but we should focus more. We should focus more about thinking about the future, because in few seconds, the present is always going to be the past.
Of course.
You see, so we should not concentrate on the present. That will soon be the history. We should instead focus more on what is still to come.
Yes.
Because the life we live today is what we prepared so many years ago. So what we are doing now is what will impact our future.
Correct.
That is why you are really correct that we really need to see the picture, because that opens the room to another discussion, because whatever we achieve must pass through our mind.
Of course.
If it does not pass through our mind, we cannot achieve it.
Correct.
If we want to eat food, let me just say we want to eat rice.
Yes.
We must think about rice, then we cook the rice.
Yes, it comes
No
from
matter
our
what we
mind.
want to do, we must think about it. So if we don't have the mindset, if we don't have what we want to do in our mind, it's not possible to actually achieve it.
It's not possible.
That is why you are really, really correct. We need to dream big. We need to think about what we want to achieve in the future.
Work on our plan, and it's important to have that picture.
Very interesting.
Because I can understand some people are going to ask, yes, why do you think that it's important to have that vision? Why do you think that it's important to have that picture? It's so important because it's gonna help you to work on your habit. It's gonna build your character. What kind of character you should have? What kind of habit you should have? Your vision will impact your character. Your vision will impact your habit. Your vision will impact your environment. It's gonna work on your choice every single day. Where should I be? What kind of people should be around me? In what kind of business should I work, All of that things is depend of your vision. But if you don't have vision, you are going to do everything. You are going to go everywhere. You are going to be with everybody.
And go nowhere.
Nowhere. Finally, you are going nowhere. And this is so dangerous for someone. But I know that it's not easy to work on the vision, and when you don't have money, and sometimes I remember there are a part of my life I can say it like 8 years ago I didn't really know where I wanted to go, and it can be normal to have a difficult some problem to see clearly your vision, but it's not a problem. Take the time. Work on it. Work on yourself. Read. Try to talk with people. Even if it's not totally clear, it's going to be clear with the time, It takes time. Sometimes it takes months. Sometimes it takes years. But it doesn't matter. Try to find it. Try to find your purpose. Try to find it's very important to go every day and try to find where do I want to go,
Exactly.
And if you don't work on it, because maybe you are going to say, yes, I already took 3 years. I'm trying to find my vision, my purpose. I didn't find it, so let me go back and try to do everything. No. Even if you took 3 years, try again, because it's so important for your future.
Okay, you talk about something that really caught my attention. Habit. Yeah, because you said when we think about what we want to do, it will work on our habit.
Totally.
So now, the main problem is, it is very, very difficult to change habit. For example, let's say we have been doing something I've been doing the same thing for
Yeah,
over
yeah.
20
Yeah, of
or
course.
30
And
years.
you didn't get the time to read, yes.
So, in order to change the habit, which is, in other terms, can be the comfort zone,
Yeah.
it will be very, very difficult. So, what can we really do in order to change our habit? Because as our habits may not be what will lead us to success. So, but we may not really know. Even if we know, laziness will not allow us.
Yeah.
So how can we really do what
To change the habit?
Yeah, to change the habit. What can we do to change our habit?
Simple answer: environment.
Environment.
Yes. For example, you love to wear, for example, black T-shirt. As an example, you love to wear black T-shirt, and you wear it, for example, for 10 years. It was correct for you in your environment with people. Everything is great, and you find a job. You go there for the first time, and the director told you that Nesta, here we don't wear black T-shirt. What are you going to do?
You have no option not to change.
You have to change. Don't have choice, you know. So the answer is to find the kind of environment where you have no choice. You have to change. You have to change. If you want to be with rich people, if you want to work with them, you like it, you have no choice. You have to work very well. You have to talk very well. You have to have a good communication. You have to work on your vision. You have to be respectful because you want to be in that kind of environment. So choose your environment, and the environment will work on you. It's going to help you because, you know, if you have, for example, a lot of friends who speak French, and every time you are with them, you know, sometimes we want to try again to speak French, you know.
So sometime we'll be able to
some word, we get some word in French, you know, and step by step you are going to work on it, you know. So environment's going to help you. You can do it by yourself. Yes, you can work on your habit by yourself. It's very good. But sometimes, as you said, it's very difficult. So to get a way to do it quickly, I can say find a good environment and let the environment help you to change your habit.
Okay, thank you very much. And another question I would like to ask,
Yeah.
Which advice can you give to, I would say, Africans who are currently in Africa and who wants to travel abroad because they think there are more opportunities abroad than where they are?
Yeah, why not? It's possible. Yes, I don't want to say that they should not come in Europe, they should not come abroad to try to get a lot of money to create company or to work in big company or small company in Europe. If someone really believes that is going to find a solution, is going to find his way in Europe or in America, why not? You know, that's why I don't want to say that, you know, sometimes we really believe that life is just in Africa. Opportunity, as you say, is everywhere. Be where you feel yourself very happy. Be where in the environment when you think that your vision is there. I also mean that, for example, me, I'm here in Europe, I want to go back in Africa.
Me too.
But someone will tell me, with the time in Africa, but you are already in Europe, you are already in France. Why don't you want to stay there? Why do you want to go back to Africa? I'm more connected with my continent. I feel very happy when I'm at home, you know, and I want to work for my country. I want to work for my continent. So I will go back home.
Have the same dream to contribute to making African continent grow.
Yeah. So what I think is depend on your vision.
Okay.
But what I can ask to African people is that we should be together. We should be together and work to develop our continent.
I think that is the most important problem we have in Africa because togetherness is the main issue we have, working together because what I have understood for all these years
Yeah.
I've been outside is that, you see, sorry for using these words, but
Yeah.
the whites,
Yeah.
they work together.
Yeah.
They help one another to grow together. Even the Arabs,
Yeah.
they do same. They help others, they help themselves, they grow together. The Chinese,
Yeah. They are
that
together.
is their engine.
Yeah.
They are together, they grow together. But what I've realized with Africans, even here in Europe,
Yeah.
when one person succeeds,
Yes.
they try to
Yeah.
prevent others from succeeding.
Yeah.
So I think the togetherness is one of the first thing we really need to work on.
Totally. Because I really think that we have a big problem of leadership.
Yeah.
We
That is
have,
it
we have
also.
a big problem of leadership, and we don't want to accept that someone is better. We don't want to
Yeah.
accept that someone, leadership is something just special. It's difficult to explain it. Some people can say that it's like a gift. That someone is not the smartest guy, it's not the richest guy, but it's the leader of the team. It's the leader of the community. And can you imagine that you are richer than someone, and it's going to tell you what you have to do?
Dude, that is the main problem. Okay, I think that is the final problem, because in most situations,
Yeah.
in black community,
Yeah.
the richest person is always the leader.
You want to be a leader. Yeah, that's a big problem in our community. The richest guy, you want to be a leader in the community. But leadership is not about
It's
money.
not all about money.
It's not about money. It's about vision. It's about value. It's about impact. It's not about money. But we don't understand that. That's why it's difficult for us to work together. Because if I have more money, I want to be a leader. No, you can have money, but you don't have vision.
Wow.
You can contribute because you have money.
Okay, that comes back to the mindset as we were talking about. Now, let me ask one question, please.
Yeah.
Now, you see, this is a very important topic because, okay, let's say we are in a community.
Yeah.
And among the community, there are rich people, and then there are people who are not as rich as others. So now, the richest man will always want to, have the final say, will always want to be respected by all, will always want to take the lead.
Yeah.
So with our mindset that we are used to having the richest people take decisions, how can we convince ourselves, especially the crowd, our community, in order to change this mindset, knowing that we must not listen to them because they are rich. It even goes to the family. In our family,
yes.
the richest person was always the chief.
Yes.
What they say is what is correct.
Yeah.
Everybody must respect
We
what
have
they
to
say.
wait for him.
So how can we change this mindset?
I think that the key is education.
Okay.
Education, the way we educate our children, is so important, because with our generation, I think that
So it's too late.
yes, a little bit too late, because I think that is a little bit too late, but education is the key. The way we are going to educate, we are going to educate our children, to help them to understand that money is not enough to be a leader. For you to be a leader, if you want to be a leader, you have to work on more than that, not just money. And we should also take the time to talk with our children and let them know, even if tomorrow you are the richest guy in this family, don't think that you are going to be a chief of the family. You are going to contribute to help our family to be successful, of course.
It doesn't mean you have to.
Don't think that you are going to take control of the family.
Okay.
But you're now in Africa, if you have money, the people that are going to ask you, don't you want to take control of the family? You are the leader, you are the champion. And that's why I say in Africa community we have a big problem of leadership. We have to work on our leadership again. We should have big leader. We need model, We need new model. We need to see people who are very special, who can have big impact. Because if you don't have model, you cannot give example.
Okay. Do you have any somebody who can be a good example? Someone that is famous, everybody knows, that can be a good example that we can take example from. Any
Of
historical
course,
person
you
or
know,
like
last week I was watching something on the internet. Is Femi Otedela. Femi Otedela is one of the Aliko Dangote friends.
okay.
He's a billionaire guy in Nigeria. And I saw the way he was working with Aliko Dangote. Aliko Dangote is the richest black guy in the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
Yes. And but in Africa, we know that it's the richest guy in Africa, Aliko Dangote. Yes, I think that is also the richest black guy
In the world.
in the world. And Femi Otedela is the billionaire guy in Nigeria. And he was so respectful in front of Aliko Dangote, is his friend. And he says something. He said, Aliko, you are a blessing for Africa. Femi is already a big guy. He's a billionaire guy, you know. He has everything. But he can see the leadership of his brother. And said, you are the top. You are the best. You are a great guy. And it's difficult in Africa to see that kind of people, you know. I'm rich. Why should I celebrate you? I'm already rich. You're a billionaire guy. I'm also a billionaire guy. Even if it's not the same money, but I don't need you.
Ego is our main problem.
You see? But it's about leadership. If you are better in something, next time I will tell you, you are the best. I will encourage you. I will tell people we should celebrate you. We need a model, you know. That's my vision about leadership, and that's the kind of model I think that we should follow. We have a lot of big and good models in Africa, and we should communicate a lot about them for our generation and for the next generation also.
Wow. So no matter the amount of money we have,
Yeah.
no matter how rich we are, no matter how intelligent we are, respect and acknowledging another person's leadership or another person's skill is really, really important.
It's very, very,
That is what we really lack.
Very, very, very important, and I think that even in our culture, I think that you are not the thief because you have a lot of money, no money.
No. Aha, that's really interesting. Now, I think we are not talking about democracy and kingdoms because
Yeah.
we Africans, I think democracy does not really work with us.
Okay.
I think in the place where I come from, we call it fondom or childom, but we call it fondom.
Yeah.
Then fondom is a kingdom in the English appellation.
Okay.
So I think kingdom is what really fits Africa.
Yeah.
Why? Because, for example, I don't know about other regions, but the place where I come from, nobody can never dream to take the place of a king. Because first, to be a king, your father must be a king.
Yeah, of course.
So if you are not a king, just know you can never be a king. So
Yeah.
you can never ever dream about being a king.
Yeah.
You see,
It's true.
just because of that, you know, there is no way somebody will be trying to take the place of a king.
Yeah.
And the way it is structured, the way the government is structured in my community, we call it Quifor.
Okay.
Yeah, the government in our local, the council in our
Yeah.
local structure.
Structure. Okay.
Yeah, we call it Quifor. The way it is structured, everybody have their own role to play, and even in the entire community, everybody have their own role to play.
It was so good in that time because people were fighting. They were also fighting, but it was not the same way.
Yeah, it's not the same way like today.
Because you already knew where's your place in the kingdom.
Exactly.
you know. And I also, I can say I agree, but not totally about democracy. But the truth is here in Africa, this model don't fit totally with our culture and with our habit.
Yeah, democracy is.
I think that we should, why not make it in our own way.
How?
I know that it's not easy. It's not easy, but I think that it's something very. It's a topic, a very difficult topic. But let's talk about it. Let me explain myself. One day someone told me, he said, Paul, in Africa, for example, in Cameroon, you have a lot of cultures in one country, right?
Yes.
You have a lot of cultures.
Yeah, we have.
And unfortunately, when someone is a president of the country, sometimes he just take all of that money to develop his state and help his people, the people who share the same culture with him. And that's the big problem of democracy. Because it's just a part of the country which is going to benefit. And he said we should see how we can work on the democracy in Africa. For example, take the time to see all of the culture that we have in one country and try to find the leader of each culture and try to see how we can put them somewhere where they can get the benefit or all of the profit of the country. I don't know if you get what I want to.
Yeah, I understand perfectly. I understand you perfectly. And
that's the proposition, the kind of democracy that we could have. I know that it's not easy to do it like that, but the truth is there. We should find a solution.
It is. I understand the idea.
Yeah.
I understand the idea, but it's really, really complex because even if we go into each culture,
Yeah.
Pick up one icon,
Yeah.
and make that icon, I don't know, and give he or she a key position.
Yeah.
That person can still change against his own people because just imagine that person just taking everything for his or herself.
Yes.
He and his family, they don't care about the rest,
but
even change against his own people.
But we can say to them, to his culture, we can tell them that our model.
Okay.
We already did our best. We give you something, and you have to try find the way to organize yourself with your people. But we already care about you. We already care about your region.
Yeah, that really makes sense.
Yes, it's a proposition,
So, in other words, therefore, we have to we have to create another type of democracy in Africa.
Yes.
But why don't come back to kingdoms as the way we used to be before?
Because, I really think that the world change,
Even if they change, we are in a kingdom. See, for example, African countries.
Yeah.
How many years do the presidents rule?
Yes, unfortunately.
We are actually going back to we are in a fake democracy. We are in a fake democracy because we think we are in a democracy, but we apply 100% kingdom strategies.
Yes, yes, of course. But yes, why? I don't know if we should go back to our kingdom. I don't totally think so. But I think that we should find a new model of democracy. That's my point of view. I think that to go back is going to be very difficult, very, very difficult, because, a lot of things change. And the new generation, our mindset also change, We are in the new village, the world village, So there are a lot of things that it's going to be very difficult for us to do again, That's my point of view about the topic, yes.
Okay, thank you very much. It was really.
Niba, I was so happy to be in that podcast, and thank you very much one more time.
Okay.
And I hope that what we share is going to help a lot of people. And I also want to encourage you about what you are doing, and we wish you the best. And we also hope that you're going to be the kind of model and leader that we are waiting for this beautiful continent.
Okay, thank you very much, Mr. Paul Gamasi. Yeah. And please, can you just tell us who you are and tell us about your activities and give us any information you would like the audience to know about you?
Yeah, I'm Paul Gamasa, and I'm the CEO of Baroque Service, and we are a company which work in tech. We develop apps and website for a big company throughout the world, and we have apps in real estate, and we also help a company in their brand. That's why what we do. And if you want to work with us, just contact us. You will see our website, something here, and yes, or our phone number. Try to call us, and we are going to see how we can work together.
Okay, thank you very much, and thank you everyone for being here with us. As you have followed the conversation, if you have anything to add, please share your own comments just under the link, so that and also, please don't forget to share the video, so that all the information you have got from Mr. Paul will reach out to everyone. You know, information is very important. We should never stop learning. We should never stop reading. When we graduate from school, we should not just say, okay, it is over, we don't have to learn anymore. We should continue learning each and every day. As you have heard from Mr. Paul, if you want to do something great, if you want to achieve world, if you want to become rich, the first thing first, identify a problem where you are. No matter where you are, USA, Cameroon, wherever you are, identify a problem. When you have identified a problem, you can now figure out how you can propose a solution to solve that problem. And first thing first, as Mr. Paul said, don't try to do it alone. Build up a community. Look for partnerships. And in order to look for a good partnership, you may have to change your environment. You know, you must not look for the partnerships in the place where you are. You can change the type of meetings you used to attend. You can even go to different towns. It's by going to different places. For example, I met Mr. Paul in a conference. I went to a conference and I met him. So I had the opportunity to talk to him one-on-one. So I invited him to this podcast, and he accepted to come. So you see, depending on the type of places you go, that is where you can meet people, you discuss, you share ideas, you exchange ideas, and that is where you can find investors or resources that can help you in your project in order to propose a solution to the problem you have identified. So thank you very much, and don't forget to look for problems where you are, try to propose a solution, build something, learn something, and do something. Thank you very much. See you next week.